Welcome back for another session of yoga. Glad to have anybody here who's with us. I know last time I had at the very beginning I said true confession, I've never done this before, I'm just going to go for it, first time deal. And this is already the third time I've started this because I have started talking at the beginning and fumbling over my words and went and stopped and deleted and started again. And I'm not going to do that. This is final take. There's Sugar. So again, I got my kids in the backyard. They're doing their gymnastics stuff with their gymnastics team. Dogs will be running around again, and I am just going to do my best to give you a great yoga class that you can enjoy at home. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's staying safe. I do still miss seeing everyone's faces, and I hope that we can all reconnect for real and like touch each other and stuff really soon. So let's just get started. Comfortable seat, whatever works for you. I'm choosing Sukhasana, which is one foot in front of the other. And we are going to close our eyes. And we're just going to focus on our breath. You can take your hands, place them on your knees, palms up. You can bring them together with the thumbs touching, one palm resting and the other, whatever is comfortable for you. And just close the eyes. And breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. And just kind of feeling the coolness of the breath as it enters. And then the warmth of the breath as it exits. Knowing that each breath is full of life. And that each breath is life. Use this time to settle our thoughts, settle our mind. And just knowing that if the thoughts are still whirling and swirling, that it's normal and you can always just come back to your breath. It's just a choice. Choice to focus on the breath. Let's take 5 more breaths together. Two more. One more inhale. Exhale. Open the eyes. Let's come on to hands and knees. We're going to move through Betalasana, cat-cow. So the hands are right under the shoulders. The wrists are under the shoulders. And the knees are right under the hips. And they're hips distance apart. The tops of the feet are flat, shoelace side down on the mat. Just starting at a neutral spine here. And as we inhale, we're going to open the heart. Think about pushing the heart up towards the sky, untucking the tailbone, making a nice arch in our back, pulling our shoulders back, lifting our gaze. And as we exhale, we're going to start by tucking our tailbone, bringing our chin in towards our chest, dropping the head, rounding through the back, pushing the mat down and away. And again, inhale, drop the belly, open the heart, untuck the tailbone, smile at the sky. Exhale, rounding, pulling the chin in towards the chest. Move with your breath. As slow as you like, there is no right or wrong. Sometimes it feels good to just kind of wag your tail a little bit, looking from one side to the other. Take a look back there. See what you got going on. Do one more in each direction. Find yourself in a neutral spine. Tuck the toes and then lift the knees just an inch or so off the ground. So we're just gonna fire up the core a little bit. So your knees are lifted, they're just kind of hovering. Don't arch the back. So if you notice you have a big arch in your back, start to tuck your tailbone. Think about bringing your pubic bone towards your nose. Take a few breaths here. Another inhale. And as you exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. And if this downward facing dog is a little short for you, you can take the hands forward a few inches, drop the head, pedal the feet, maybe rock the hips. Again, whatever feels best for you. And start to slowly walk the feet up towards the top of the mat. If you need to come onto fingertips, some of us have some tight hamstrings. We're building a lot of muscle in a lot of our burn boot camp classes. So when we build our muscles, they tend to get a little tight. Just means we're strong. Once you've made it to the top of the mat, you can grab opposite elbows if you like. Drop the head. Do some swaying here. Come up with your own little dance. Bring the hands down to the mat. Slight bend in the knees. Soften through the knees and start to round the back and roll up. Coming all the way up to stand. I know you guys can't see me, but I'll guide you through everything. So as long as you're listening, we'll all be in the same place. So our feet are together. We're going to move through some sun salutations. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold, drop the head. Inhale, lift the gaze, place the hands on the mat, step the left foot back. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, take it back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, glide forward into plank. Exhale, lower the knees, lower the chest and the chin. So you're in this little inchworm. Glide forward on the inhale, untuck the toes, lift the heart. And then exhale, back to downward facing dog. On the next inhale, step the left foot forward, open the heart. Exhale, bring the right foot up to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the head, flatten the back, rising back up. And exhale, hands along the side. Again, inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, dive out over the legs. Inhale, lift the head, flatten the back. Exhale, fold, take the right foot back this time. Root down through the right hand, and as you inhale, reach the left arm up towards the sky. Parivrtta Anjaneyasana, twisted lunge here. If you can take the gaze up towards the left fingertips, go for it. Another breath in. Exhale, bring the left hand down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, this time we're going to move through chaturanga, so we're going to bend the elbows halfway like a tricep push-up. Once we're here, we'll flip over to the top of the feet, glide forward. We're going to lift our heart, pull our shoulders back. Inhaling here, and as you exhale, downward facing dog. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, step the right foot between the hands, root down through the left hand, and as you inhale, this time the right arm's going to reach up towards the sky. Keep pulling the left or the right hip back, rather pushing through the left heel. more breath in. Exhale, hand comes down. Bring the left foot up to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift, flattening the back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lifting, rising back up to stand. And as you exhale, hands come back to the side. Breath here. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding. Inhale, halfway lifting. Exhale, folding, stepping the left foot back, rotating that heel down to the ground. We're going to rise up into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. So our front leg is parallel, our thigh is parallel to the mat. Sometimes it helps to shorten the stance a little bit. Look back at your left foot. You want your toes to be at about 10 o'clock, and you want your left hip to be facing the front of the mat. So not open to the side. Twist your hips towards the front of the mat. Keep pushing through the outer edge of the left foot. Reach the hands up. Gaze is up at the fingertips. I have my hands in prayer. I'm looking up at my thumbs. Take another breath in. Exhale. I want you to straighten the front leg. Bring the hands behind the back, and you can just grab opposite elbows. You can do reverse prayer up the back if you like, or you can just clasp your hands at your low back. We're going to come into a forward fold, hinging at the hips. For some reason, the Sanskrit name of this pose is slipping my mind. So reaching the heart towards the big toe here. Keep pulling the right hip back. Birds sound nice. Should feel pretty good on the legs here, ladies and gents, if you're there. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, rise back up. Release the hands from behind the back. Place the hands down on the mat, and we're going to come up into a standing split from here. So take your hands, they need to be in front of the foot. Okay? Bend the knee on the inhale. Lift the leg up. Exhale, drop the head. You want to try to play with some balance here. You can try to grab onto the ankle. If you fall, put your hands down. It's okay. It's only going to make us stronger. Now, everyone, if your hands are using, if you're trying to balance, I want you to put your hands back on the mat. I want you to take your right hand up and outside of that right foot. Then I want you to start to twist the hips open. We're going to come into our half moon here. So your chest is going to be turning towards the left. Left arm is reaching up. Left foot is flexed. Gaze is up if you like. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Take one more breath in. Exhale, hand comes back down. Close the hip, back off. Take the hands back on alongside the foot. Finding your way back into a lunge. Step back, downward facing dog. Pedaling the feet. Oh. Inhale, glide forward into plank. And as you exhale, you can do knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, we're opening the heart. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up behind you. Exhale, step it through. Rotate the right heel down to the ground. Rising up, Virabhadrasana 1. Take a minute, maybe feeling your hips. See if your right hip is opening up. Turn it back in. Right toes are about at 2 o'clock. You can take a look back there. Gaze is up. Tuck the tailbone under so we're not arching in the low back. Looking up towards the thumbs. Another breath in. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Take the hands behind you, whichever clasp you like, opposite elbows. If you're grabbing you're making a fist, clasping your hands together, do it the opposite way that you did the first time. Or you can do the prayer up the back. Inhale, lean back, open the heart. And exhale, fold. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Keep reaching the heart towards the big toes. Head doesn't need to come down to the shin, but think about reaching your chin towards your shin. Might make it, it might not. Keep pulling the left hip back. Parsvottanasana, that's what it is. Another breath in, another breath out. Inhale, rise back up. Release the hands, bend the knee, take the hands down in front. We're going to come into that standing split. So as you're ready, inhale, lift the right leg up. And exhale, drop the head. Remembering to breathe, not forgetting to breathe. Maybe trying to strengthen our balance. Go ahead. If you fall, you fall. No one's perfect. Ankle might be rocking, that's good. We're building strength. Yoga is as much about strength as it is about flexibility. It's more about strength than flexibility. It's the foundational strength. It's the inner strength. Keep trying. One more breath in. Exhale, take the left hand up and outside of that left foot. Twist the hips open towards the right. Open the chest towards the right. Lift the right arm up. Flex the right foot. Gaze can go up at the right hand if you're okay. One more breath in. Exhale, bring the hand down, close the hip off, walk the hands back, frame the left foot, right foot comes down, take it back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Paddling the feet. Maybe feeling like our legs have grown a little bit. You might feel a little longer. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up behind you. Exhale, place the right foot between the hands. Rotate the left heel down. And rise up, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So look down, see that the arch of your left foot is in line with the heel of your right foot. Now we do want our hips open. So Virabhadrasana 1, we wanted them closed. Now we want them open to the long edge of the mat. Our gaze is out over our right peace fingers. We're building so much strength in our legs and our arms here. Another breath in. Exhale. On the next inhale, flip the right palm up. Take it back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the right leg. And as you inhale, reach the right side body out over the right leg. And as you exhale, bring the hand down inside the foot. You can rest it on the shin or the foot. Reach the left arm up, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Keep your head in line with the spine here. You can look up at the hand if it's okay on your neck. You can look down on the floor if that feels better. Another breath in. And another breath out. The next inhale, use the strength of your obliques to bring you back up. Turn the right toes in. Lean back, open the heart on the inhale. And exhale, fold down between the legs. Take the hands, reach for the outer ankles. Hold on to those. Pull. See if you can bring the crown of your head to the mat. And I know some of you like to practice headstand. We tried this in class before. So if you'd like to try that, bring your hands onto the mat. Head down to the mat. So we're really pressing into our hands and the top of our head. We're going to start to rise up. Only try this if you're familiar with headstand. Come up, come back down. One more breath in. Exhale. Start to rise back up. Place your hands on your hips. We're going to find warrior two to the back of the mat now. So turn the left toes out. Turn your right toes in a bit. Finding Virabhadrasana 2. Warrior two. Left thigh is parallel to the mat or making its way there. Right outer edge of the foot is pressing just as much into the mat as my left toes. My gaze is out over my left peace fingers. And I'm breathing, feeling strong. Building stamina in my legs and my arms. On the next inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful. Warrior two. Straighten the left leg on the exhale. Inhale, reaching the upper body out. Exhale, hand comes down. Move right arm up. Trikonasana. Your next inhale, rise back up. Turn the left toes in. We're going to come into that wide-legged forward fold again. This time take your hands, clasp them at your low back. Pull the fists down towards the tailbone. Open the chest. Exhale. exhale, fold. Let the fists fall away. Nice shoulder stretch here. Keep reaching the crown of the head towards the mat. Few more breaths. Next, inhale, start to rise back up. Place the hands on the hips. Bring the upper body up. Turn the right toes back out. Place the hand down on the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. We're going to play with some more balance. We're going to do what I like to call just little handstand hops. Okay, so I want everyone to step their feet in, I don't know, about a foot. And you can watch me first if you want. I'm going to bend my knees. And I'm just going to jump up and I'm going to try to just balance and hold it. I'm not going to try to shoot my legs straight up into a handstand. I'm just working on the core strength here to just balance for a second. So I want you to try that. For some of you, it just might look like this. And that's okay. We're just trying to get our hips up above our shoulders. You might fall over, but you're going to try again. So you guys try that while I catch my breath, because it's hard to talk and do all this. So take a couple more tries. And when you've had enough, I want you to just come to rest in child's pose, or just sitting up on your heels. If you chose to sit up on your heels, close the eyes. And if you're in child's pose, you can close the eyes as well. Just find a way to let the heart settle. Maybe placing a hand on the heart and a hand on the belly if you're sitting up. Just feeling that connection between the body and the breath and the heart. If you're in child's pose, start to walk the hands back in towards the body. Make your way up to sit on your heels. And once you're there, come up onto your knees. And we're going to take the right foot out in front. So just you want to think about your hips staying right above your knees. So we don't want to be too far out here or too far back here. So we're going to come into a little bit of a half runner's lunge. So make any adjustments you need. Start to scoot that right foot forward, point the toes up, and look and make sure that your hip is right above your knee. Point the toes up. Inhale, open the heart, and exhale, reach the heart towards the knee. What I want you to think about doing here is pulling the right heel back in towards the body. Sometimes even just thinking that, just that slight little energetic movement, you're going to feel a bigger stretch all in the back of that leg. So just pull the heel in towards the body. You feel that? Keep pointing the toes up towards the sky. And drop the head if you like. A few more breaths here. One more breath in. Exhale. Inhale, place the right foot on the ground and then just lean into that stretch. We're stretching the left hip flexor here. breath here. I want you to start to walk the right foot over to the left side of the mat and place your leg down. Think about having the shin parallel to the top of the mat. That's going to be your biggest stretch. Not all of us can do that. So see, I'm trying to do it and my left hip just wants to rise up, and I don't want to be that far twisted open. So I'm going to bring my heel in towards my body a little bit. See, and that just works a lot better for me. Take a look back. See that your left leg is in line with the hip. We don't want it flopping out to one side or the other. And once here, place the hands, tent the fingertips, open the heart, lift the gaze, and then exhale, fold, sleeping pigeon. Some of you might feel more comfortable resting on your forearms. Some of you might want to come all the way down. You might start here and start to work your way down. So whatever works for you. Notice if you're tightening in the glutes. Release if you are. I know you are, because I was. Let's take a couple more breaths here. Let the next inhale start to bring you back up. Tuck the toes of the left foot, lift the hips, find a downward facing dog. And that should feel pretty good. Drop the knees. Rise up. We got to do the other side. Left foot comes in front, making your way into that runner's lunge. It takes a little adjusting. Look and see that your right hip is right above the knee. Once it is, flex the toes of the left foot, just kind of making those toes point straight up towards the sky. Inhale, open the heart, and exhale, fold. Keep pulling the left hip back, and again, think about just dragging the left heel towards you. So it's still on the mat, but you're thinking about dragging it towards you like if it was in the mud. Oh, you feel that? I feel that. Just that little tiny movement that you can't even see makes the biggest difference. Relax the shoulders. I noticed I was like this, so relax the shoulders. Soften the gaze. A few more breaths here, guys. One more inhale. Last exhale. And then inhale. Bend the left knee now. Bring the hips forward and just sink into that. Start to walk the left foot over to the right side of the mat. And then lay the leg down. And this side might feel completely different than the other side. So maybe you'll be able to have more of a parallel shin, or maybe it won't be as parallel as the other one. And just take a minute to feel what works. Take a look back, make sure your leg is shooting straight out. Tent the fingertips, open the heart, inhale, and then exhale. Walk it forward. Are you clenching the glutes? Relax them. Are you clenching the jaw? Relax it. I think pigeon is like everyone's favorite pose. Sorry guys, my hair is like, the hair is not getting taken care of on this quarantine, I'll tell you that. Not that I did much with it to begin with, but even less so now. A retreat. I'm going to start calling it this is our retreat. It's not a quarantine. It's not isolation. It's a retreat. Retreat's a good thing. Take a few more breaths. Next inhale, start to walk the hands back in, lifting the upper body. Tuck the toes of the right foot, lift the knee, downward facing dog. Oh, it's the last one. So really stretch it out, wiggle it out, do what feels good. Drop the knees. Sit back. Sweep the feet in front, and then come to lie on your back. We're going to do a few twists here. So come to lie down. Place the soles of the feet on the mat. Take your right leg, cross it over the left. If you want to go a little further, you can take that foot and tuck it all the way around, and you certainly don't have to. So our right foot is crossed over our left, or our right knee is crossed over our left. Lift the hips up and just scoot them a little bit towards the right, and then set them back down. And now let the legs fall to the left. Take the arms out to the side and take your gaze out to the right. Take a few more breaths here. And next inhale, bring the knees back to center, uncross, straighten the hips out. I'm going to take it to the other side. Left crosses over the right. You take that extra twist if you want. Lift the hips up, scoot them to the left, set them back down. Now let the hips fall to the right, or the knees rather fall to the right. Gaze goes left. Come here, Jack. Hey, buddy. Oh gosh, I'm getting attacked. Another few breaths. At the next inhale, bring the knees back up to center. Uncross, straighten the hips. Pull the knees into the chest. Give yourself a great big hug. Bring the forehead to touch the knees. And then I want you to just let it all go. I want you to take the legs out. Take your legs out about as wide as your mat. Let the head lay down. Bring the arms out to the side, palms facing up. Just close the eyes here. And this is your final resting pose, Shavasana, and I want you to lay there for as long as feels good for you. And as you're laying there, you can maybe bring a hand to the heart and a hand to the belly again, just kind of making that mind, body, breath connection. Maybe just telling yourself that for these next few minutes, that you'll let all your thoughts get set on the riverbank to deal with at a later date. Give your mind a chance to rest. So all those things will be there when you're done. Nothing needs to be dealt with right now. You can take a couple minutes for yourself. So as you're laying there, I'll bring my hands together in front of my heart, and I will say to you that the light in me sees, recognizes, and honors that same light that's living in you and in all living beings. Namaste.